Welp, here we are on YouTube, I think, mostly.
Well, yeah, I think we'll be on YouTube eventually. But first, let's say welcome to everyone in our Discord. This is the biggest audience we've had in a long time, if ever.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is. Okay. I just took a peek.
So welcome, everyone. So we can't stress enough, if you're watching this on YouTube, what we're talking about is come join our Discord server. You get to watch Nathan and I live as we do recordings, and then you kind of see the pre-edit, the raw conversation, good and bad, right? And then you get to interact with us as we chat, and you get to interact with other people who are chatting with us. It's like a community watch-along party. This is a really good one, too, because this is a 50-minute documentary, and this was a pledge from our faithful Nick. They are amazing. They are awesome, and we appreciate them very much. Thank you very much, Nick. I don't think they were able to pay their rent today, so I apologize for that.
But we can now.
Yeah, we're just rolling in it.
Nick lives in a cardboard box made out of old One Direction albums.
Okay, so without further ado, Nathan, sorry, let me just say to you some information here. So this is a documentary on... So obviously, I'm speaking to Nathan because we're both new to this documentary, but everyone watching it...
I'm what?
No, like you're uninformed about what I'm about to tell you. That's all I was going to say.
Old.
Yeah.
Ignorant.
Yeah, you're old and stupid and just ugly. Like, wait. I don't know. I was just changing my brain thought process of the description I was about to say. I have information you don't have. I'm going to share it with you. And what I'm trying to say is people in our Discord and on YouTube already know this stuff. This isn't for them. This is for you, my friend.
Okay. I am primed and ready to receive it.
Okay, this is from Nick. So I just asked, what songs on this documentary have we already done? And the ones that we've already heard before are the following. Only Angel, Carolina, Kiwi, and Sign of the Times. Then I asked, which of those four did we do from this documentary? And the only song that we did from that documentary was Kiwi.
Oh, okay.
So even those other songs like Only Angel, Carolina, and Sign of the Times, which I'm really looking forward to seeing that done again. I love that song.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing those performances done in the studio. So that's cool. So and then on top of that, there's going to be other songs that you have that we haven't heard yet at all that we'll hear for the first time, and that will then conclude all the songs from his debut album. So this is a really big viewing what we're doing right now.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for all that information. I'm ready.
Well, you're welcome.
I'm ready to watch this.
Okay, here we go.
Let's start with just today, remember being at Abbey Road.
I grew up listening to the Beatles. I think if you don't know the studio, you know the album cover of them walking across the street. And I think when you first come to London, that's like one of the first things that you go and do is walk across the street and have your picture kind of taken.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Close, so I drive past it all the time, and you know, the fact that there's always people outside and the graffiti on the walls, there's like an aura about the place. The first time coming in and being around the studio to do this and play the album for the first time has been quite overwhelming.
Yeah, that'd be insane to be recording the same studio the Beatles did. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. We've heard this one, right?
Yeah, Carolina. I mean, Only Angel, sorry. This is the Victoria's Secret, one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My only angel. I must admit I thought I'd like to make you mine as I went about my business to the warning sign. End up meeting in the hallway every single time. And there's nothing we can do about it. Told it to her brother and she told it to me, but she's gonna be an angel, just wait and see. When it turns out she's a devil in between those sheets, and there's nothing we can do about it. She's an angel, only angel.
The cowbell.
Cowbell.
She's an angel, my only angel. She's an angel, only angel. She's an angel, my only angel.
Just singing and cowbelling. I kind of like this version better than the one that we watched before, mostly because I was distracted watching those models. But like in this version here, we got to see the band playing it. It was like the kind of atmosphere that I like. It almost sounded a bit like the Beatles at first. That was a good transition song to start with because it kind of reflected where they are and kind of leads in. It had that bit of a Beatles sound and then more of their sound, I think. Once the song got going, I was like, oh yeah, this song. I remember this song.
Obviously, the first time we heard the song was with the Victoria's Secret models, and of course that was, it was fun for us to watch them, and it rightfully so distracted us from the song. So, but watching them in the studio, it sounds better here than it does on that stage too, because it's so it's just live in studio. It's that tight live sound that you just almost can't replicate anywhere. So it sounds great. The band sounds great, and Harry, when I watch him sing this song too, it doesn't sound like what you think he's going to sound like. Mm-hmm. He doesn't sound like what you think he's going to sound like. It's almost not off-putting in a negative way, but you're like, oh, is that him singing? It doesn't seem like that would be him singing.
It's nice to see that, actually. It's kind of refreshing. I agree with the REO Speedwagon comparison. I think it's a fair comparison, too, to that song.
Had the process of making a full album in the way that I did with this one. Wonderful. So playing it, I remember where it started. We're in Jamaica for 2 months. It felt like a little secret. It's fun to feel like no one knows where you are.
Yeah.
It made such a difference from being in a busy city. It created this total 360 writing experience that I've never had before.
So let's redirect.
It was the only thing that was in our lives at the time. Anytime you're doing anything different, it's quite scary.
Same lips red, same eyes blue, same white shirt, couple more tattoos. But it's not you, and it's not me.
I didn't know what I wanted it to sound like. I didn't know what I wanted it to look like.
Sounds like something that I used to feel.
That's about as raw voice there as you get. Just him singing right there. Yeah.
When we got there, I think we wrote 6 songs from the final 10.
We used to be We're just two
in the
ghosts
first
standing in
week to 10 days of Jamaica.
trying to remember how
Just
it
a
feels
lot
to have a
happened.
heartbeat. Where'd you go, man? Where'd she go? It's hard to tell. No!
Jamaica was the happiest time I've had in a while. It just felt like there was no pressure at all. And I think coming from, 5 years of pressure that was good, it was good, but it felt like pressure. It was amazing to just go polar opposite and have absolutely none.
I'm gonna watch a rom-com in my room. Then I'm gonna go to bed.
I really enjoy being private more. Starting the way that everything started, I get to kind of claw a little bit of that back. I don't feel like people know everything about me now. And there was definitely a time where I felt like people knew everything about me, and I realized I didn't like that.
I have an old typewriter just like that.
Kind of also wanted to let the work do the talking a little bit. I mean, definitely part of my ego wanted to see if I could write something that people liked without knowing everything about me.
I love creativity. I've always loved that concept of creativity. You rarely find people who are creative who are just like out there all the time, and like you find more introvert creatives than you find extroverts. There are extroverted creatives for sure. The stuff that I enjoy, whenever I find something that's creative, I always find out about the person, and I find out, oh, they're kind of like me. I notice that about people who are creative, and listening to him talk about him going to Jamaica, enjoying this time away and being in a zone, it made me go like, I totally get it. Because yeah, you kind of have to be in an area where there's just no distractions. I would guess he's probably like me a little bit on the ADHD side, but in a place where people don't know anything about what you're doing. And I get it. Like I resonate with that.
I'm loving this so far. It's really great. I mean, obviously Harry is a really cool cat. The way he speaks, very mature for his young age, because he would have been about 23 at this time. Obviously a mature soul, well-spoken. He values his privacy, and so it's fun to watch the Harry fans, scrape whatever they can. You get all these information on our YouTube about comments. This song's about this, and this bird, and it's just funny. Bless him. He needs time to be by himself and have it. Yeah, I don't want everyone knowing my life. That's for sure.
And it's interesting to hear him talk about taking a step away from the kind of music, because that's what I noticed right away. Was we got some One Direction stuff, and we're kind of like, yeah, it's all right. I like it.
Yeah, sure.
It's not bad.
Fun.
But certainly we have gravitated more towards their solo stuff. It really gets us to see what they really are like.
Yes, we have enjoyed Niall. We've enjoyed Harry. And we've only heard a few Louis songs. We're still waiting for more requests to come in for that. That's fine. They'll come. We like all those three guys. Amazing. But the one Zayn song we heard, I'm just saying it, like we had a oof.
It was rough.
Oof. People are going to say, but he can I don't care. His ability to sing is irrelevant. But there's something that the other artists bring, Louis, Harry, and Niall. It's just personality that I don't know. It's more than the ability to sing.
Yeah,
no, I know, but I know, but it just made me think about the talent that Harry has, what I enjoy watching about him. There's something about what he adds to the music that makes, it's not about just I am a good singer, that's fine, but there's something spiritual about, something that resonates with me spiritually about these other artists. I don't know what it is. We'll find out. Okay, well.
No, and I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. There's a connection here.
Okay, they have the special sauce, that's correct, Ellie.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Hey, you threw me off. What did they bump?
This is a new song.
Okay.
Two Ghosts.
Same lips red, same eyes blue, same white shirt, couple more tattoos. But it's not you, and it's not me. Tastes so sweet, looks so real. Sounds like something that I used to feel. But I can touch what I see. We're not who we used to be. We're not who we used to be. We're just two ghosts standing in the place of you and me. Trying to remember how it feels to have a heartbeat.
It's a cool little lick.
Yeah.
Fridge light wash, is this room wide? Moon dances over your good side. This was all we used to need. Tongue-tied like you've never known, telling those stories we already told. 'Cause we don't say what we really mean.
Nice.
Yep.
We're not who we used to be. We're not who we used to be. We're just two ghosts standing in the place of you and me. We're not who we used to be. We're not who we used to be. We're just two ghosts swimming in a glass half empty. Trying to remember how it feels to have a heartbeat.
Great lyrics.
We're not who we used to be. We're not who we used to be. We're just two ghosts standing in the place of you and me. We're not who we used to be. We don't see what we used to see. We're just two ghosts swimming in a glass half empty. Trying to remember how it feels to have a heart. I'm just trying to remember how it feels to have a heartbeat. I'm just trying to remember how it feels to have a heartbeat. I'm just trying to remember how it feels to have a heartbeat.
So I just added that one to my phone because that is an excellent song. That's just a chill song that's like easy to listen to. Love the lyrics. I guess that's what I think brings me more towards Harry, I think, than everyone else, because I just think I don't know, we have the most in common, I guess. That's what I would, if I was going to like compare myself to someone else, just so far. Seeing him behind the scenes is he's got similar vibes as me. I like everything he does. So that was a great song. I really enjoyed it.
Well, Nathan, people are just congratulating me in the chat. Let me just one up you. I'm going to put the whole album on my phone. So there, I'm not doing it song by song. I'm. Oh, I love you. I love you. I think it's great that we're both enjoying this. It would have been terrible. I'm not jealous, gee. People.
It's a bit.
It's a bit. I know. No, I think it's great that you and I both are enjoying this. I was nervous, of course, when we first started doing the One Direction, and rightfully so. When we just got a couple songs from Brian, he's the one that started this mess. When he gave us those One Direction songs, like, oh sure, and then we started. Like, okay, and then people have commented on our journey, and I know you were certainly, I would say resistance, not the right word.
Hesitant.
But, hesitant, yeah. But that's great that we've naturally have come this way, and it just shows you that we never lie on our channel. Because we could have had the same enthusiasm for One Direction as we're having, but that gets kind of exhausting. It's been a natural, gradual climb to appreciate who they are and what they bring, and there's a couple songs I'm looking forward to hearing again. Like, that's a legit good sign of the times, and Kiwi, we've heard it from this. But I want to see those performances in this studio that we haven't seen in the studio, like we did with Only Angel. It actually just sounded better, obviously, than what he did with the Victoria's Secret show. So this is great. I'm loving this, and this album being his first album, we talked about before in other videos, but it's very purposefully not a One Direction sound.
Absolutely.
He is making it very clear. It's almost like you might know me from One Direction. If you were to play this album blind to somebody, there's a new artist. His name is Jerry Smith.
Yeah. They'd be like,
oh, cool.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wow. It sounds pretty good. Yeah. Oh, no, it's Harry Styles from One Direction. No!
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Write themselves, man, because they're good. They just.
Yeah, it's fun.
And like lyrics is such an interesting thing. Like how often
Do they just roll off the tongue?
and you're just like there.
That's why it's so good to sing, I think, because it's not. How do we like make this like work? It's just like it works. Jeffrey said yesterday when we were on the second listen, he was like, "I know all the words."
I noticed.
My friend Bob was singing along to these songs by the second chorus.
Who the fuck is Bob?
He's my old man friend.
It's like fucking Bob Dylan or some shit.
Yeah, Bob. That's
Mitch and Bob Dylan in the room. He's like, "What pipe? You think of this, Bob?" He's like,
Hey, pretty good. How we used to be. It's two birds in a glass.
That makes no sense.
That's a pretty good impression.
Yeah.
The singing and the playing.
His mimicking Bob Dylan, it sounds better than Bob Dylan. He's a horrible singer. I'm not a Bob Dylan guy. I'm just not. Great lyric writer, but he's a great lyric writer.
Yeah.
when you leave a band or boy band, you feel like
Oh, he refers to it as a boy band. That's good to know.
And kind of say, don't worry, everyone. I hated it. It wasn't me. I loved it.
Oh,
I
there you go.
wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that band. And I don't feel like I have to apologize for that.
Good for
I
him.
never felt like I was faking it.
Here he is, you all know him, Mr. Harold Stale!
The thing with the band was that it went so well from the start that it always felt like everything had to get a little bigger each time.
Milan, make some noise!
And I think at some point it's quite stressful. There's only so high you can go. At some point you're not going to make that expectation.
We're One Direction. Nice to meet you all. Thank you so much for having us.
Going out on a high and now feeling like I'm starting afresh. Came to terms with the fact that that was so great, and if I never get to do that on that level again, that's okay.
Yeah.
So after One
Yeah.
Direction, I kind of forced myself to take some time off and do absolutely nothing. I kind of spent a lot of time at home with my family and saw some friends and kind of made myself get bored, which was nice, but also
Boring.
made me realize very quickly that I wanted to start writing. I felt like I had so much in my head that I wanted to say and wanted to write down. I was dying to be in the studio doing some music. was like the one with the long hair. I'd had it for like so much of One Direction.
Don't do it, Harry. Don't do it. Okay, which one's his mom in that picture?
And cutting it off just felt very much like starting afresh.
Go back, Nathan. Just go back. I want to see his mom again. Go back. That's why pause it on
I'd
his
had
mom.
it for like so much of One Direction.
Do you want me to leave you alone?
Yes, I want to see what she looks like. Pause it. Oh. Hello.
Do you want me? Here, I'll
Just wait. I want to see her face. Just
I'll-
wait. I want
I'll
to.
leave you alone for a bit.
I just want to see her. Like, why can't I see Harry's mom? Like, we're talking about age-appropriate fawning here. Let me just take a look at her. Just, Oh, wow.
And cutting it off just felt very much like starting afresh.
Just let me know.
What's her Instagram?
That's so much hair. Yeah. I was about to personify my hair and I decided not to.
She
Is she
walked
actually-
away through a cheap pack of cigarettes, hard liquor mixed with the bitter intellect. And all the boys, they were saying they were into it. Such a pretty face on a pretty neck, she's driving me. But I'm into it, I'm kinda into it. It's getting, I think I'm losing it.
I love this song.
Is that her on Instagram? It is.
Baby, always jacked up. Nose is always backed up. She's to a cactus and she wears that black dress and she isn't actress. She's driving me crazy. But I'm into it. I'm kinda into it.
Oh man.
Kinda into it. It's getting. I think I'm losing it. Oh, I think she said I'm having your baby. It's none of your business. Loving your baby. It's none of yours. Loving your baby. It's none of your business. Loving your baby. It's none of yours. She sits beside me like a silhouette. Hot candy dripping on me till my feet are wet. And now she's all over me. It's like I paid for it. I'm gonna pay for this. None of your, loving your baby. It's none of your business. Loving your baby. It's none of your, loving your baby. None of your, loving your baby. It's none of your,
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom.
Yeah.
I wrote most of the album with
I love that
Mitch,
song.
Yeah.
and he now plays guitar in the band.
Oh, cool. We're gonna
There was a
get
guitarist
introduced to
who
Mitch
was
now.
supposed to come in and couldn't make it. Mitch was Ryan's roommate. So Ryan, who was engineering in the studio, said, I can see if Mitch will come down. And the second day he couldn't come because he had a shift at the pizza shop. And he came in and he was just a monster. The thing with Mitch is that in something that felt so new to me to do it this way, he was someone else who'd never done it before. He was working in a pizza shop and had never been in a studio. I felt like we kind of had each other to work it out together, and that helped to have someone who had no kind of preconceived notions about me or who I was or anything. And he's a legend.
I got you this to say thanks for helping me make an album. It's pretty dope.
I can totally see why Harry would pick Mitch over some like accomplished, I played for this
Those
band.
handmade. Right. The dude who is the guy who doesn't make them anymore.
I didn't know you had one of these.
I didn't have one of those. You have one of those.
Yeah. Thing's crazy.
It's super crazy. I played it. It's so fucking awesome.
Oh, mama. Well, I loved you a lot before
Very
this.
You want to write in it? People say every guitar has songs in it. I feel like you want to bring some out of there.
Thank you so much. Incredible.
Yeah, they'll be brothers for life, probably.
More than
Yeah.
anything. And I was gonna wait to give it to you. The case is still at my apartment.
No, you know.
Yeah, it's all yours. I just played my farewell solo on it.
Love the guitar exchange.
Oh, it's another new one.
Cool guy.
Sweet creature,
This sounds familiar.
had another talk about where it's going wrong. And we're still young.
Oh, okay, that's where we heard it.
Don't know where we're going. We know we belong. No, we started two hearts, one home. No, it's hard we argue. We're both stubborn, I know. But oh, sweet creature, sweet creature, wherever I go, you bring me home. Sweet creature, sweet creature, and I run out of road. You bring me home. Sweet creature, running through the garden over nothing bothered us. And we're still young. I always think about you and how we don't speak enough. No, we started two hearts and one home. No, it's hard we argue. We're both stubborn, I know. But oh, sweet creature, sweet creature, wherever I go, you bring me home. Sweet creature, sweet creature, and I run out of road. You bring me home.
Oh, this is the part Miguel speaks.
No, we started two hearts, one home. It gets hard when we argue. We're both stubborn, I know.
Okay, pause it.
Okay. So, yeah, that's a good song. And I know we've heard that song before. I don't want to talk about where we've heard it before. We'll be here forever. It's a beautiful song. It almost reminded me a little bit of More Than Words from Extreme, a little bit.
Okay.
Just because like it's stripped down, except, of course, in More Than Words, it's just him and David Longhair, what's his name? But this one had the female backing voices, which just gave it a richer sound to me. It's like a better More Than Words.
Sure, yeah, it's a beautiful song, and yes, we heard a snippet of it during Harry and his wonderful performance during the carpool. It was Harry did a wonderful. Harry was on fire on that carpool. He was charming, talented, humble. He was bright and smart and handsome and
just keep on
everything
going.
that James Corden is not. What's unfortunate is you actually made a comment during that video because I was editing it and I listened to our comments again. You were like, "Oh, is James singing off key?" And yeah, for someone that can sing on Broadway, yeah, he was off key on those background vocals. So it was great to finally hear the real song with the real background vocals. And then Harry's vocal performance is killer. He's great, beautiful song, love him. We've now officially heard the whole album. We've heard every song from the whole album. So there we go.
Cool.
Hallelujah! Harry, your album's so good! Praise Jesus! Hallelujah! Harry, your album is so good!
Jeff Basker is a producer. I think the thing that I loved about Jeff is that listening to things that he's worked on and it all being so different made it so exciting for me because I didn't feel like, okay, if I go and work with him, it's all going to sound like this. He's not really interested in the trends or following that. He's always been the one that kind of makes something sound new and interesting. He also pushed me a lot, and I think it was really important for me to have someone be like, this isn't good enough for what you should be doing.
We really have to make them feel like, whoa. I think it's just little key moments of like, this went on too long, or like this wasn't that moment even.
Agreed.
Because I do really like the vibe you're getting, that excitement of kind of a new band forming is there.
I think being around someone so creative is really infectious. It's amazing to see someone who's absolutely themselves. And I think if you have any reservations about ever doing that, being around someone constantly who is just themselves no matter what, that is infectious and it spreads. I just think he made this environment where I've never felt judged by him, ever. And I think it's important to be able to, I wrote a lot of bad songs before I wrote any good ones. And
Yeah. You kind of have
he's
to.
really good at like finding the good bits in things.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is the Carolina.
Have we seen this one in studio?
Yeah, this was live. No, not in studio. It was like a live session though.
She never saw herself as a West Coaster. Moved all the way 'cause her grandma told her towns.
Carolina It was the last song that we wrote for the album.
For me now, with what we have, it's kind of about like creating something that has a really great melody and melodic sense like that, but can be one of the rockers.
Yeah.
We'd had about a week where we were in a total hole and couldn't do anything, and we all started doubting the album.
I can't write songs.
And then, you know, for the first time in a long time, I'd actually been out and done something, and then came back to the studio and decided to write about that. Carolina as the exact little piece that had been missing. It was the little bit of fun that we wanted and the little bit of fun that we didn't have.
Do you have the top of the pot?
Yes.
You can put it back in the kitchen.
It's not a dream that I think could save her. How would I tell her that she's all I think about? Well, I guess she just found out. She's a good girl.
I was.
She's a good girl. She's so good.
Have you seen the girl since?
I have.
Does she know a song's been written?
She does not. But her name's in it, so I'm a bit fucked with that one.
And I hope she hears me now.
Do you like it when people have written songs about you?
I don't know if that has anything. I wouldn't be able to confirm nor deny. In the same way that I think they will hear it for the first time and think absolutely, no doubt, that happened. This is about me. I've done that as well. To have been part of a moment that means something to someone enough for them to write a song about it is a huge compliment.
But if that song wasn't complimentary,
Let's move on.
We just got some context in our Discord for what they're talking about there.
You pause it there.
Yeah, we just got some
there's
context for that about, I guess, Taylor Swift has done some songs about Harry, and I think he knows about them, and the interviewer obviously is poking him with that, and it's a funny little interchange there.
Because I didn't know, did they date or something? Is that what they're...
Oh, they did.
Oh, boy. If I was ever a celebrity, I would never date another celebrity. I think the best way to date is to date people who don't have a platform.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that. Just date somebody who can't create an album based on your breakup.
Yeah, but I imagine it was kind of one of those, oh, the hype, and oh, there's Taylor Swift, and you should date her, and okay, yeah, sure. Something along those lines.
She's all right. I don't...
Yeah.
I think she's kind of vanilla.
I'm in the same boat. I've taught high school for 19 years. I just quit in June. I didn't understand how some of the boys in my class were just like goo-goo for Taylor Swift. And I was like, what? Of all the girls you could be excited about, why Taylor Swift? She just did nothing for... Yeah.
I tell you who moves the needle for me. Katy Perry.
Yes.
Fireworks. Woo, woo, woo.
Yes. I taught English and outdoor education, if you're curious.
Katy Perry
Amongst
is
many
amazing.
other
She's
things.
hot, and her songs are fun too. They're fun. I don't know a lot of them, but the ones I know, they're quite fun.
Yes.
And she's married to Orlando Bloom, your fellow elf.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I do like Katy Perry as a human being, and of course, as a very
she's married
very
to one of
attractive
your favorite elves. Yeah,
She's one of the best elves.
Yeah, there you go. So she's moved up in your book because she's married to Bloom. Yeah.
She'd already moved up in my book. That there's no.
You know what I like about her? She has a healthy set of lungs to help her sing. That's
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep on going then.
oh man. Why does everybody watch our channel?
I have no idea.
Finish every song.
John Cashlick.
Every song on tour, I'll be like, thank you so much for having us, guys. The song
The song was ahead.
that kind of made the album feel like it was starting to actually be an album of a group of songs was
It's the big one.
Sign of the
It's the big one.
Times.
It's the
yeah.
big one.
I
I'm looking
finished
forward to
lunch
this.
early
Yeah.
and went and sat at the piano for like 5 minutes. I think it was the quickest song.
That's amazing. How many
let me pause this. This always blows me away. How many of like the most amazing songs of all time. Pick an artist, pick one of their best songs. You can almost always have this happen, where someone who's very creative just kind of sits down and goes, and then boom, that's it. I love it.
Every artist that I've studied or read about, I've read a few biographies, of course, of some of my rock artists that I've loved growing up, and some of the biggest hits that you can think of, from I think Aerosmith, like "Sweet Emotion," it was written on a napkin in the hallway. They're just fiddling around. They weren't thinking like I gotta write. It just came to Steven Tyler, and then "Sweet Child of Mine." That one, right? "Sweet Child of Mine." Slash was just that famous lick. If you don't know the song, anyone in this channel, go and Google "Sweet Child of Mine."
Yeah.
I can't imagine. But anyways, so that opening, it was Slash playing, and Axel's like, "What's that? What are you working on there?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just fooling around."
Yeah.
And Axel's like, "No, that's something." So by accident, that was even by accident. So yeah, it's interesting when the universe kind of says, "No, you guys can take this," and then when you overcomplicate things and overproduce, it's like any art. If you overcomplicate it, it takes away from it. Yeah. That's good. I like that. It was an accident. That's awesome. I've never heard that before. I like that. Yes. Bravo. Kudos. I love a good pun.
We'd finished it in, minus the choir, about like 3 hours.
We never learn, we've been here before. Why are we always fucking running from the bullets?
It became like a bridge into trying a bunch of different stuff.
Just stop you crying at the time of your life. Breaking through the atmosphere.
We should trim the gap between the two ad-lib sections so that it goes, get to get away, and then goes to the last one of the last one. Got to away. Bum, ba-dum, bum,
Great.
bum, ba-dum, bum.
Also, I was thinking as another thing, stuck here, running from instead of fucking running from, in regards to the clean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stuck here running from. It kind of has a similar fucking running. Got a similar stuck here.
Why are we always stuck here running from?
That's good.
Stuck in, and then people are like, "What are you saying? You're saying stuck here,
Stuck here.
but you're saying stucking,
Yeah.
and you're actually saying fuck."
Stockings!
Stockings.
Bro, we're gonna cheat the system! America!
Ryan, let's first do Harry's idea for shortening the piano outro
Yeah.
in the main session, because that's
Then we'll
no
do
matter
Harry's
what.
idea for something else. Then after
Pause
that,
it for a sec.
we'll do another one of Harry's ideas.
Who's that guy? I missed that. The people in our chat here. Who's that guy with the white shirt there?
Far right.
Yeah, who's that guy?
I don't know.
That's all. Okay. Go
Yeah,
on.
he hasn't been introduced to us yet.
No, he has been.
Tis but a man.
No, but he's been in a lot of by Harry's side. Is he like some sort of handler? He's a producer called Tyler. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds like it's your album.
Alright, so tell me where
I don't know if he knows.
Yeah, the start point of the edit should be.
Oh.
Adding the choir on, it's weird because you don't expect to feel emotional about seeing stuff like that until it happens.
Oh, there's a choir in it?
I guess the studio version, yeah.
Having a song that I'd written and having these 26 gospel singers with a conductor and me sitting there, it just felt like it was growing into like its own thing. It was pretty...
I want to comment on the choir. I love gospel choir. U2 did a famous...
I was thinking of the same thing, yep. I'm glad you caught
so
that.
And I would assume Harry, of course, is probably familiar with those lads from Ireland. So I would assume Harry knows about U2. And of course, on their famous Rattle and Hum album, they redid Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. And the choir part at the end is just, it gives it that spiritual oomph right at the end where it just makes that song a great song, even a better song. So I suspect, we haven't heard the choir part with this, so I suspect the same thing will happen.
Yeah. They even toured with that choir a few times. U2 did.
You guys, if you guys haven't heard that performance, Google Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For with the choir Rattle and Hum live performance. It's so good. It's so amazing.
It's very, very good. Okay. I love his reaction to the choir.
Sure. It's gonna hug each one.
Yeah.
Or just the conductor. Oh, the main. He was the one that was doing the solo type sound there.
Mm-hmm.
We are good.
Well, it's music video prep day one. Just in case we need a stuntman, we're making a prosthetic face of mine.
Oh.
Sick. So I'm gonna get my face molded.
So I will use a syringe just to put in your hair. The silicone won't go too far inside your head.
Okay.
I will put some silicone inside to have the form of your lip.
What?
So, Harry, you will start making strange faces, frowning, moving your mouth a little bit, and you will feel that the silicone start unsticking to your skin little by little. You can't speak yet. Okay, we will start removing the plaster part. Attends. Hop là.
Ta-da!
Doucement, doucement, doucement.
Ah, attends, vas-y,
He drops it. Ow!
Have you seen this thing yet? Oh, no, I don't want.
I first heard the idea for the video on an email. And they told me I'd be going 20 feet above ground from a helicopter.
So this is the Hero helicopter with the Hero on the end. All right, and there's the camera platform here. Yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll get Hugh up first to position.
For fuck's sake. The strings come on. I'm sorry.
Counting down, doing the video. Each phone call with them became 20 feet became 50 feet, and 50 feet became 100 feet, and suddenly I'm hanging 1,500 feet in the air, thinking they told me this was going to be 20 feet.
Holy crap!
To get down.
We'd have to get over this and then go up. I wouldn't go straight up and hold you up at a couple of thousand feet.
That's not a couple of thousand feet, is it?
It's about 1,500 feet to the 1,800.
Genuinely, if he was like, I don't want to do it, I'd be like, great, 100%. Let the stuntman go, don't care. perfect. But he really wants to.
That's your money ticket, buddy. Oh wow.
Apparently we have to see this video.
It was crazy.
You know what you have to do.
I just thought, how is this a music video? And how have my manager and anyone let me be attached to a helicopter in the middle of the sky?
That's cool.
Imagine the helicopter. Whoop.
It was insane. Like walking on the floor felt different after the first time I'd been up.
Hi, I'm Harry Styles. This is my new single, Sign of the Times. I'm good. I'll have a swing. Take a swing.
Oh, here we go.
Just stop you crying, it's a sign of the times. Welcome to the final show. Hope you're wearing your best clothes. You can't bribe the door on your way to the sky. You look pretty good down here, but you ain't really good. We never learned like we've been before. Why are we always stuck on running from the bullets? The bullets. We never learned we've been there before. Why are we always stuck on running from the bullets? The bullets. Just stop me crying, it's a sign of the times.
Even Mitch is singing in this one. There's the choir.
Yeah. Interesting way to end that. Having him sing along to himself at the end there, because they're listening to the track, the studio track, and they're like, I think we got something here. I think we got something. Yeah, they know it. They know it. So I know it's about the end here. I've said this before about other bands, other songs, and I've conversations with you, my brothers, with music, and there's those songs that define an artist or a band where you're like, did they know in the studio that this song was going to be that song? Whatever that song is, think of it like Sign of the Times. That's Harry's This Is Me Now as a solo artist song. This song, rightfully so, blew me out of the water when I first heard it. Probably everybody else. It probably has at least 100 views on YouTube. And so we know the song is what it is, and it is amazing. It sounds amazing. But when you're the creator, sometimes I don't. Do they see do they see the forest with all the trees in front of them? I'm sensing from that what we just saw there with the film crew and them listening to the song. They know. They got to know. Like, man, this is something, man. We got something. And then to think before the song was a song, it wasn't a song. I just love the idea that they created something from nothing, and now it's something. And then they're hearing it, and they're like, "This is pretty good. This is that's really cool to see."
He wrote it on a whim, and then it became basically the track that carried the album.
There's a song that it is that song.
It's the standout song. As I was listening to it, I was comparing in my mind us listening to that the first time, and I can't remember the exact. It was at where did
Graham Norton show.
The Graham Norton show. Right. That's where he performed it. And for whatever reason,
a talented talk show host, by the way. Continue.
Yeah, but.
I'm just saying, Graham Norton is a good interviewer.
He's got to get it in there. Just got to slide it in there.
I'm just. Anyways, go ahead.
I just remember that performance being maybe better than the studio. Like I loved listening to Harry's voice in the studio, and to see the band and kind of the way that they panned around. I enjoyed that version. There seemed to be more energy in the one that we saw before, like maybe a little bit faster. Maybe that's why it was recommended to us first, because that's kind of a performance that a lot of people have seen as well, and maybe think the same thing. When I compare the two, I think the other one was better. Okay. Other people are agreeing with me here. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Yeah, I think that's why it was recommended to us, and I think that's the beauty of any live performance. What makes it both scary and thrilling for the artists and for the audience is sometimes artists botch the live performance. My voice wasn't there. But then there's times where the artist will nail everything. It's just all that emotive is there live on stage. That performance, for whatever reason, all the cylinders were firing for the band, for Harry. Yeah, they definitely slayed it. So. It's probably the go-to performance. We still haven't heard the actual in-studio performance, so maybe...
I mean, I've got it on my phone. It's like queued up. I've been going through them once at a time. Anyway, long story short, I haven't listened to it on my phone yet.
People are saying the music video is pretty good, so yeah. Oh, let's finish it. Sorry, we got 1 minute left here.
Okay, let's watch the last minute.
Last minute. Hugs.
Today was a good day. really good.
All right, well, there you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wow, wow, bottom, boom, bottom. That's a duck song there. Bow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, woman is like, bow. Apparently they've taken out that duck sound in other performances. They don't do it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you can mute it. It's fine.
Come on, there's 8 seconds.
Oh, sorry. Well, I can't see the times. Don't close it, though. Don't close it. Don't close it. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Nick. We, of course, said our thoughts throughout it. But overall, a fun experience to see Harry and the gang behind the music, stories behind the songs, as much as Harry would like to provide publicly. Yeah, it's just cool to see. And I kind of feel bad for those other band members. Yeah, we're in the Harry behind the... And then they're no longer in the band. Like, why would they leave? To me... You know, Mitch is doing it right. He's like, man, I was delivering pizzas before this. I'm not going nowhere, man. This is a good gig. Like, it's why do those other people leave?
Harry is the kind of person who, just like he said about his producer, who is like, he's never judged me. He's never told me the way. He's probably the same with everyone that he's worked with, where it's like, hey, if you got stuff that you need to do, you just do it. You're not letting me down. You know what I mean? Like, we'll figure ways out. He strikes me as somebody who just kind of, he doesn't plan too far ahead. He just takes, when there's something serendipitous, it's like, perfect, I'll put that. And
all right.
That goes with the flow. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if I was a part of that band, say, hey, Harry, whatever you need, whenever you need me, great. But yeah, when I'm not around, I can work on my own stuff at the same time. I would just keep Harry as my ticket. And then, because no offense to Mitch, but nobody was talking about Mitch before Harry.
True.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is his gravy train, and good for him. So keep Harry as your day job, and then you can just kind of do whatever you want on the. Hey, I'm that guy who plays in the Harry Styles band. I got this little single. You would get more hits. But anyways, thanks to everyone that joined us. This is amazing. Apparently, there's a limit. I feel bad, so I'm going to announce in our One Direction chat that apparently Nathan and I are going to do some homework. We've never had this problem before because we've never had anyone on our channel like this before.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a 25 limit view, and we'll have to do some homework to see why that is.
I think we have to raise that. I think if we get what are those promos for Discord?
Well, yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone. Thank you so much, Nick. You're amazing. Thank you everyone that joined our Discord. Your great comments, and everyone here is great. You guys have been wonderful to us. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one.